His MVP. Golf swung, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb in the first. One swing. Drive. It's tied. Seager smashes the ball down the line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field. Way back there. Good again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rangers have just surrendered the lead. Was 2-1 for the longest time. Solo shots from Wyatt Langford, and then also from Rowdy Tellez. Had Texas up 2-1. And Jose Ramirez takes a hung curveball from Phil Maton down in the right field line for a 2-run, what probably should have been a 3-run double. And it is 3-2. Guardians trying to put the Rangers away in the bottom of the 8th and the bottom of the 9th. Gaddis on to pitch. Ezekiel Duran up to bat. 1 for 2 is Zeke. Pitch number 4 incoming from Gaddis. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a good Friday. Zeke's going to foul off another one. A lot of y'all know the drill, but here at Right on Rangers, we cover everything Texas sports. But we put a big emphasis on the Rangers during the MLB season, and we thank you for choosing Right on Rangers for all of your Texas Rangers content. Drop a comment, drop a question. We will get to it eventually. If I miss something, feel free to post again. We are a little bit spotty during the game. Fair warning, a little spotty during the game itself. But post-game, we make sure everything is substance, comments, questions. We get to it eventually. Of course, y'all might be going back and forth in the chat. Feel free. Feel free to go back and forth with one another. We have some heated debates at times in the chat. It's all good. All a part of the show. Love it. Zeke is going to pop up here down the right field line, foul territory, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Osuna will come up to bat if anybody can get on. Josh Smith, followed by Wyatt Langford. Sure would be nice to get Wyatt up in the bottom of the 8th inning here with a chance to actually do some damage. Let's see what we got. Osuna, 0 for 2 on the night. Average at 150, OPS at 478 since his time up in the major leagues. Still waiting for some of these young guys to really hit their stride. Obviously, Cody Freeman, who has not played yet tonight. One of those guys, still searching for it. Osuna, similar. You've seen some promise, I think, from each one of those guys. Osuna, I definitely think he has upside. Absolutely with Cody Freeman. But neither one has found any kind of consistent success in the big leagues up to this point. Osuna, 2-0 count. Man, I do not know what was going on there. That's a weird pitch for him to swing at 2-0. And look, I guess if he's looking for it, but look, bottom of the zone on a 2-0, you're hitting a slider below the zone on 2-0. That's what you're sitting on? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, y'all. Bottom of the zone, below the zone, slider, 2-0. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And it's weird coming from Osuna. He did hit it hard, 105 off the bat. We'll give him that. Maybe he's sitting on it. Doesn't strike me as the best pitch to hit, but whew. I feel bad for Evan as well. Natalie, hope you're having a good Friday. Good hearing from you. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, Evan Carter going to be most likely done for the season. Wrist fracture after getting hit by a pitch yesterday. Just really unfortunate from Evan. Real unfortunate. He did make good contact. I mean, look, everybody's different. Every hitter has their preferences, but 2-0 count, I'm not looking slider bottom of the zone. I'll just say that. But look, he squared it up. Probably would have been an out anyways. Looked like the Guardians were shading it perfectly, so probably would have been an out anyways, unless it, hits the second base bag or does something funky in that regard. Gaddis needing one more here in the 8th inning. Josh Smith up. Josh is going to take a middle-in fastball. Josh 0 for 3 on the night. Kind of surprised to see him back in the leadoff spot. Evan played there back-to-back games, and you thought maybe that was going to be the start of something new. Josh is going to take a second called strike, and he is quickly down 0-2 here. Yeah, back-to-back games, Wyatt Langford, in that lineup in the leadoff spot. You really thought maybe that was going to be the start. I did not see them going back to Josh Smith. He is going to work it back to a 2-2 count after being down 0-2. Josh does have one strikeout on the night. Average is sitting at 257 with a 716 OPS. Rangers, at minimum, that they're going to have their best hitters up in the bottom of the 9th inning, so you can keep it right here. Theoretically, you've got a pretty good shot in the bottom of the 9th if you can keep it at a 3-2 game. Josh is going to send one out to right field. Not deep enough. Doesn't quite get to the warning track. Maybe about 7 or 8 feet short in right center. Look, Josh Smith, to me, again, we all love him. I've said this multiple times over the past week. We all love Josh Smith, but he's not your leadoff hitter. I don't know why they continue to hit him in the leadoff spot. It's actually pretty baffling to me. I thought they did the right thing over the last couple of games, moving Wyatt Langford into that spot. I know that I brought up Evan Carter before. Clearly, Evan Carter now down most likely for the rest of the season. I mean, unless you make some deep October run, and it's not looking great for that right now by any means. But you really, I thought, raised an eyebrow, or should have raised an eyebrow at the lineup tonight. I just don't get why they like Josh Smith in that role. This is a guy that doesn't take walks. The contact is not elite. The quality of contact, I should say. He does put the ball in play. I think you're looking for a little bit more out of your leadoff spot than just guy puts the ball in play. Josh, you look at the advanced stats, it's nothing special. In fact, below average in many different ways. The whiff rate, the K rate, pretty good. He does not strike out a ton. Did have a strikeout tonight, but that's the upside. I just don't understand, though, why they continue to go back to it. Bochy only kept Wyatt there one game because he did so well on Wednesday. Right? Dude reached base 5 times out of 5, but yeah. Let's move him down. I don't know. I just think you got to get a bona fide leadoff hitter. Josh Smith is a nice 6, 7, 8 guy. Josh Smith is not a leadoff hitter. Leadoff hitters need to walk. They need to get on base consistently. Josh does not do that. 715 OPS, and it's been particularly bad over the last month or so. I mean, we've read out the stats to y'all. The OBP is sitting at 231 over his last 15 games. Does it sound like a 231 hitter? Does that sound like a hitter that needs to be hitting leadoff? A guy who's got a 231 OBP over his last 15 games? We can go a little bit further back. Last 30 games, 283 OBP. This is your leadoff hitter. It's sad. It's not the reason why the Rangers are losing right now, but feels like a reason. Garcia 1-1 right now to Kafis. Kafis is 1 for 2 on the night. First baseman, right? Think we're right on that? Okay, yes, first baseman now. He did start in right field. Kafis is going to send one to left field. Josh Smith camps. And we have our first out of the inning. See, this is the positive about Josh Smith. Dude can play anywhere. It's what you love about Josh. He can play anywhere. Just would prefer for him not to play in the leadoff spot. That's all we're saying. I don't think he even needs to ride the bench. Just stop hitting leadoff. It's painful when consistently your leadoff guy's going 0 for 4. Robert Garcia, up and down over the last couple of weeks. I know a lot of Rangers fans are buckling up right now and getting the barf bag ready. He's off to a decent start. I'll knock on wood for y'all just in case. 0-1 right now to Arias, who is 0 for 3 on the night. And it's quickly 0-2. Positive, you've got Garcia facing primarily the bottom of the order, who beyond the second baseman is hitless tonight. Ball 1 on the fastball, tried to go up and away and did not chase. Garcia, definitely the subject of a lot of debate among Rangers Nation. Look, Garcia being as controllable as he is, I don't think you DFA. I don't think you do anything drastic like that. Could he use maybe a little bit of a stint down in Round Rock? I think that could have been a strong option, but I just don't think the Rangers had a lot of other guys that you really felt super confident about coming up and doing a job. And he's going to get the strikeout here. So look, good start. Look, I look at the AAA roster, and there's some guys with some good ERA. You've got Peyton Gray, you've got Alstrom, you got a number of guys with some good ERAs down at Round Rock. But when you really look at the profile, it's difficult. You have guys that are a lot like what we already have. There's not a piece down in Round Rock right now that is just so unlike anything we have in our bullpen right now. We've got some lefties that can throw it low to mid 90s. We've got some soft throwing righties. We don't need a lot of the same. We really would love to see that high octane arm that can throw upper 90s, that can touch triple digits. Rangers right now feels like everybody that they could have up or that they should have up, they do from AAA in terms of the bullpen arms are concerned. Robert Garcia, 1 strike away from getting the Rangers to the bottom half here. Jones up to bat right now. Jones on the night, by the way, pinch hit, did score a run earlier on that Jose Ramirez double. Ball 2, that one was not even close. Slider tried to get Jones to bite, and no such thing here. Ball goes all the way back to the backstop. Mark Church, I do think is a little bit up and down. I think he was dealing with some injury. I'm not sure what the Mark Church update is at this point, though. How many games can a bullpen blow? A lot lately. A lot. Yeah, TLC, story of the season, am I right? Should have had a lot more runs tonight. I mean, you look at our numbers, Rangers only 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Like, you haven't had a ton of ABs with guys on second and third. 2 left on base tonight. But it does feel like they have had their opportunities. One stat that jumps out tonight, 0 walks for the Rangers. Like, if you could just, in a nutshell, really describe this season, look at the number right now in the walk column for the Rangers, 0. They've got to fix this problem for next year. You cannot have a lineup that routinely walks extremely minimally. Robert Garcia is going to get out of this inning, by the way, fly out to center field. The Rangers are going to go to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to tie it with their best hitters coming up. You've got Langford, Seager, Peterson. If anybody gets on, Higgy, and then Rowdy Tellez would be up 5th. By the way, Langford, 1 for 3 with the solo shot. Seager's still searching for his first hit of the evening. Kyle Higashioka, Jock Peterson. Peterson has a hit. Higgy 0 for 3. So you've got some guys that are due. If Wyatt can get on base here, you got the best hitter in your lineup coming up with a chance to tie or win the game. At least we're getting the best coming up here. That's the positive. The comeback, it's not going to be easy, but the positive, you got your best coming up to the plate. I mean, look, Jock Peterson maybe not included. Maybe Jock withheld. Langford and Seager for sure. I don't think there's a whole lot of arguing with that. Seager walk-off would be insane, Jamie. I would love to see it. Seager walk-off would be insane. Absolutely. We keep on rolling. Let me get to my YouTube people here. Richie, I'm with you. Love the Rangers. Love Siegs. Hope they can get something going here. Yeah, Hobie Milner. Look, got a little unlucky. If I could go back to what Natalie said, got a little unlucky. But Hobie has had a couple of rough outings back-to-back. John, I'm with you. Good to see you, my guy. Injuries are just mounting up for this club. You've got Simeon potentially going on the IL. You've got Evan Carter probably out for the season, getting hit by the pitch on the wrist. In a way, I mean, if Simeon goes on the IL, in a way, it's kind of a letdown easy situation, in my opinion. Like, you know, I'm not really this kind of person, but it's like, okay, we probably weren't going to make it anyways, even with a fully healthy team. But now if we make it, you know what? We didn't have Simeon. We didn't have Carter. I'm not saying it's like a nice excuse or anything like that. But as a fan who loves this team, it helps you, I think, to get over it a little bit. At least for me, in my mind, that's how I'm reasoning it out. I mean, I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for this team to still continue to play great baseball down the stretch. But it just feels like they are not going to be able to withstand all these blows that are coming at them at the end of the year. You've got some good games ahead of you. I don't think the Rangers are out of it. You win some games over this series, you never know. But this first game would have been helpful. That's for sure. Trust me, I'm not sitting here dreaming of October baseball all that much. I'm definitely not giving up until it is 1,000% over. And it ain't 1,000% over quite yet. But this game would have been huge to win. And when they went up 2-1, you really thought that something special might be down the road for this weekend series. But losing this first game hurts. It really does. If losing 3 out of 4 to KC didn't hurt, this hurts. You come back home, get the home cooking. You are absolutely trying to get back on track. And the Rangers, they got their work cut out for them tonight. Wyatt going to send one into center field. There's your base knock. And you got Corey Seager coming up. Wyatt motoring to second base. He is safe. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. My heart was pumping on that one. If he would have been out, Wyatt making it happen, baby. Making it happen. Getting on base. When he turned, I got to admit, y'all, I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, no, bro, no. And then I saw the play happening, and I'm like, okay, I think he's going to be safe. I think. And then you're just hoping he doesn't pop off the bag or anything stupid. Seager! Yes! Go Wyatt! Oh, the Rangers are going to tie it up. Wyatt got the weirdest jump, but the Rangers are going to tie it up right here, baby. That was way closer than I thought it was going to be. That was way closer. I did not think that was going to be close at all at the plate. Wyatt got the weirdest jump. Am I right? That was like close. I didn't think that was going to be close at all with where Seager hit that. Wyatt just got a little bit of a weird jump, man. What a strong throw by the center fielder. I mean, look, the catcher not quite able to pick it. What a strong throw. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Jock Peterson sends it. It's to the wall. And the Rangers are going to win it, baby. Let's go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Jock Peterson. Whoever said Jock wasn't one of the best hitters on TikTok? Who was it? Take it back right now. Take it back. Jock Peterson wins the game, baby. Jock it off. Matt, I love it, baby. I love it. Let's go. The Rangers win. Cue the I Like Texas music. Cue it. Hello, win column. I knew that Beltray statue unveiling was going to bring some good vibes today. I just had a feeling. The Beltray statue unveiling. Some good vibes, man. That inning escalated quickly. Am I right? My goodness, you didn't even get to catch your breath. How many pitches were thrown in that inning? How many pitches? Guardians, let's see. Smith, he ends up throwing 7 pitches. Bro threw 7 pitches in that inning, and the Rangers win it. Hello, Jock Peterson. Jocktober? Are we throwing it out there yet? I'm just messing with y'all now. Let's take it one game at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, man. Kiko, my guy, appreciate the gifts, brother. Thank you so much. Rangers are going to the World Series for sure. For sure. World Series, here we come. JR, that's right. That's right, baby. We're having fun tonight, man. You look, in a season with a lot of ups and downs, and honestly, just being transparent, feels like more downs than ups. We'll take a win like this. We need wins like this to keep us going. And, you know, I'm not even going to say it, man. It's like a win like this, it's got to do something for you. Like something. Please, stop wasting wins like this. This is a momentum-shifting, galvanizing win. Stop wasting wins like this. Go sweep the series. Come on. Don't give me any of this come out and it's a completely different ball club the very next day, less than 24 hours later. Sweep the freaking series. Let's go. Look, this team can win games. That's what's so frustrating, man. This team can win games. And you just watch them squander them at times. They can win ball games, y'all. They can. Huge win against Cleveland. Like I said, literally moments before the rally started. Didn't even have time to catch my breath. You know what? This win would go a long way. If you can get this one, it just goes a long way. You can automatically have a better shot at winning the series. You got 2 chances to win it. Look, a sweep would be cloud 9. Could we just win the series? Winning the series against Cleveland would be huge. I don't think it's sweep or you're out of it. Sweep or you're eliminated, but you got to win the series. You cannot afford to go any further back from Cleveland in the race. You can't. Right now, the Rangers, even with Cleveland in terms of wins at 64, even there. But look, you got a couple more losses, obviously, than Cleveland does. Great win. Outstanding win, boys. Outstanding win. Happy to be on the call with all y'all, man. It was great. Love it when we get to have these moments together. It's phenomenal. Makes me feel like I'm at the stadium cheering with y'all. And that is quite the feeling, man. You get to watch a walk-off live in person. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. And TLC, maybe with one of the 100 points of the night. You didn't waste the Evo start. You did not waste the Evo start. That was what was on my mind. You're really going to waste this masterpiece? Bro just K'd 9 and gave up 1 earned run over 7. We're really about to waste this masterpiece from Evo? Look, Maton, he did obviously hang the curveball. How huge? Let's take it back to a really small frame moment. How huge is it the Guardians not going home on the Osuna throw after the Ramirez double? Ramirez doubles down the line. Osuna throws to third for some inexplicable reason. When the Guardians went up 3-2, Osuna on the double throws to third. If they would have been sending that base runner the whole time, it easily would have been 4-2. And look, who knows? Maybe the Rangers still come back and tie it. Maybe. But maybe not. That was a huge error by the Guardians. Huge error. Phil Maton, I mean, that curveball was hung, but John, I'm with you now that you kind of have a little bit of time to process it. And of course, after the Rangers get a walk-off win, you're giving Phil Maton a little bit more credit. Dude came in, bases loaded, and really limited the damage. I mean, look, it's not ideal giving up runs, period, but look, with the situation being what it was, to only give up 2 in that spot, pretty dang good, man. Pretty dang good. That was awesome. James, I'm with you. I think he will be. I mean, if he really was terrible over the last few weeks, I think the decision will get harder. The comment was about Jock Peterson. James just basically said, really hope he's with the team next year. I know there's some Rangers fans, by the way, that do not feel that way about Jock at all. I'd love Jock to be back with the team next year, but actually hitting, that's going to be a big risk assessment. Do you take the risk on Jock? Do you think that he is going to come back and have a better year or no? It's a big risk. It's a big risk. Marcus, I'm with you. It does feel like Jock is looking a little bit more like himself of late. Yep. The Rangers have been taking advantage of some bad luck for the other team, and they have not done that well this year. The Rangers have gotten some fortunate plays go their way, and they've done nothing with it over the first 130, man. And look, you finally, you get a little bit of traction. You get Wyatt Langford with the first big hit of the inning. That's huge. The double as well. Love to see that ninth inning happen so quick, so fast. What a win. Hey, TPT, appreciate the comment. I'm with you, brother. What a win. Who knows? I mean, we might be looking back at this game in a month like that was it. We might not even really remember this game, depending on what happens from here on out. But August 22nd, man, if the Rangers end up doing something special, maybe we look back on this one. John, that's what I said. The Beltre statue, man. The Beltre statue. How many? I do think it's going to become a thing, like rubbing Beltre's head on the way into the stadium. Like, how could that not become a thing? Did y'all see Elvis, by the way? That was freaking hilarious. I love seeing Elvis getting right up on the statue, rubbing that head. It's perfect. You know that's going to become a thing for all Rangers fans passing that statue. That's going to be one of the best picks that you can get at the stadium. Rubbing Beltre's head, man. Awesome. I told y'all it was going to be him on one knee. I told y'all without a shadow of a doubt, it was going to be him on one knee, hitting a bomb, because that is Beltre. That's quintessential Beltre, baby. Man, I miss that guy. Who had me? One of y'all had me look up Beltre stats. Like, what was Beltre's best year? We were talking about Josh Young and how Josh Young's stats look like 1 year for Adrian Beltre. And not quite, but we did have Beltre with like a 34 homer year, a 32 homer year, 100 plus RBI. Beltre, man, miss that guy. Miss that guy. Milner sells. Robert Garcia tosses a scoreless ninth. Jock walk-off. What was in the air? Mike, great comment, brother. Great comment. Seriously, though. RG comes in the ninth and throws a scoreless. Jock Peterson wins the game. What is happening? I'm with you. Austin, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much. I miss Beltre a ton, Tristan. The leadership, right? The leadership, but the production, clearly. I mean, just how well he produced, even at an older age. Even at an older age. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think this is a hot take or rocket science, but an upper 30s Adrian Beltre is producing better than what we've got right now at the hot corner. Like, that is what's wild. And I know I'm throwing shade at Josh Young a little bit, who went 0 for again tonight. But upper 30s Beltre was still bringing it. Still bringing it. I have Evo on my fantasy team. Cy Young candidate this year. By the way, Evo is officially qualified right now. He's officially qualified. So he will be the ERA leader for one day. And once the Rangers play their game, I believe tomorrow, Evo will then go back to not being qualified. Because again, you have to have pitched as many innings as games played for your team. So the Rangers have played 130 games. Evo has to have pitched 130 or more. And again, after tomorrow, that will not be the case anymore. Evo, though, it'll be nice to see him at the top of the leaderboard. It really will be. Be great to see him at the top of the leaderboard. What a win. I can't stop saying that, man. I know some of y'all are the same way right now. It's just losing this game would have just been so depressing. Would have been so depressing. I mean, you are at this point hanging by the thinnest of threads. I mean, some of y'all I know have already kind of said, you know what, I'm not getting my hopes up. My hopes are at a 0 right now. If they do the improbable, great. I'll be along for the ride, but I have 0 hope right now. I've said, look, it's not looking good. It's not looking pretty right now, but the Rangers have a shot. They really do. They have a shot. It's not a great shot, but it's a shot. Does Jacques look like he's lost some weight? TLC, I don't know if we want to go that far. If anything, I think that weight is what got that ball all the way to the track. I don't know if we want Jacques losing any pounds or not. It might be a little bit of extra weight behind that swing might do him some good. Yeah, Michael, I'm sorry, man. I thought you guys had it, honestly. Thought you did. John, I love that they do that. Comment on YouTube. John says, I'm looking forward to the TV truck replay. You know how they show the production team calling all the different camera angles out? I love it when they do that, man. It really gives you an appreciation for what they have to do. I mean, look, I feel like I am kind of like head on a swivel doing TikTok, doing my Instagram and my YouTube and my X peeps. I mean, it feels wild to me. Those guys and everything they have at their fingertips, that is crazy. It's awesome. I really appreciate what those guys do. And it is fun watching the replay of them in the truck doing their thing. Marcus, I am telling you there's a chance. I do not know what the chance is up to at this point. I think it was at like 6% on Fangraphs that we're going to make the playoffs, 6%. It's better than the Dumb and Dumber 1 in a million. Am I right? It's better than the 1 in a million. I mean, shoot. We'll take it. Langford hustle was huge. Who knows how it changes if he only goes 1. Look, Mason, I got to be honest. I was beginning to crash out when I saw him round it, just because I'm like, no, are you really gonna do this? You're really gonna potentially get thrown out with Corey Seager about to step in. I got to be honest with you. When I first saw it, I did not love the move. Dude, count your blessing. You got on base. We got the best hitter up next. Are you sure? And then as it developed, my mind started easing a little bit. But when he rounded first base, when Wyatt Langford did, I cannot say that I was feeling awesome. I don't know if any of y'all were with me. And it's no disrespect to Wyatt. Bro is fast as all get out. But it was just one of those risk-reward things where you're like, we got the best hitter coming up. Are you sure, buddy? And Wyatt was. He was safe. He was safe. Soldier, this is what I was worried about. And I said this live when it happened. You just never know with these plays at second base, man. Your spike. Look, you've heard me go off on this, so you don't need the soapbox. A spike pops off the bag for a second. They replay it. You're out. It's not even about beating the throw. You have to maintain the bag going full speed into something that's anchored in the dirt, man. It's not a foregone conclusion, even if you beat the tag. So, look, Soldier, I was right there with you. Like, man, please, spike, stay on the base. Like, foot, don't kick up, please. It was awesome. I was terrified when he turned. Mason, thank you. I was terrified when he turned. This is honestly the best way to frame it. I did not feel great. It didn't feel like it got far enough to the fielder's right, left, whatever it was. I think it was to the right of the center fielder. It didn't feel like it got far right enough to really make a difference for single versus double, but Wyatt had it in his mind, man. He had it in his mind. Thank you for this. This is awesome, man. It's great to see you, by the way. Thank you so much for the comment. Jared Sandler said it was 1 minute. This is great. Thank you again for posting this. Jared Sandler said it was 1 minute and 44 seconds from Wyatt's double to Jock's walk-off. I told y'all it was like no time. 1 minute and 44 seconds from the time Wyatt hits the double to the time Jock walks it off. That is amazing. Love that. Appreciate that comment so much. Thank you for your support of the channel, by the way. Grateful. Did I see Wyatt pumping up the teammates after the win? Yes. I love that, man. Immediately, go safe, Wyatt. Yeah, let's go. I love that. I love that. But y'all see my reaction, man. It doesn't take much to get me fired up. It really doesn't. It does not take much to get me fired up, especially in the 9th inning in a game that you really have to have. I'm here for it. Caden says, chances are slim, but the Orioles just paid their number 1 prospect who's a catcher. So would you like it if they tried to trade for Adley in the offseason? Could be a solution. You got to reset the catcher position. We've said that so much. I've made up my mind. I don't even know if a Jonah 2-week heater makes a difference. Even if Heim caught fire for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't think I'm changing my mind. I'd like to see the Rangers reset. Maybe Adley. Look, here's my thought with the catching situation. Appreciate all the comments, by the way. If I missed something, please repost it. Paste it, comment it again. If you are really all in on pitching, which Chris Young, Fenstermaker, Figueroa, all the front office guys appear to be. They appear to be consistently year after year all in on pitching. Wouldn't it make sense to go get a quality catcher? Look, Kyle Higashioka, we all love Higgy, but let's be real. Framing is not going to be as big of a deal next year. They're going to bring in ABS. ABS is going to allow challenges from both the pitcher, the catcher, the batter. Framing is not going to be as valuable next year. And that is what Higgy is good at. He's good at framing. He's not good at controlling the base running game. He's not good at blocking, at least metrics-wise, right? I mean, look, comparatively speaking to all other catchers in the United States and world at large, yeah, I'm sure he's pretty good at blocking. Compared to the best of the best, no. He's one of the lowest percentile blockers in the sport. So for me, you've lost a lot of value with the ABS challenge system and Kyle Higashioka behind the plate. Is the bat still valuable from Higgy? Absolutely. I said I want Higgy around, but I don't want 50-50. I want Higgy playing something like maybe 70 ball games. I think that would be ideal. And you've got your primary catcher playing the other 90 or over 100 if you're having the primary catcher do some DHing. Was that right? Ciccone was just talking crap all game long. I got to admit, I got a few different things going on this weekend. As usual, was running around, had the game on in the background. I don't always get to see the little side stories. I did not see Ciccone trash talking, but if that's true, that's freaking awesome. That makes it even better. Yep. Swolger, Yankees, Mariners losing is huge. TLC, silver lining to Carter injury is soon enough. It'll heal in time for a full offseason workup. Look, with Carter, I just think you got to make the commitment everyday player next year. I mean, maybe not the everyday leadoff guy. Maybe you lead him off against righties, and then like they do with Josh Smith, you move him down against lefties. But I do think they need to make some kind of commitment in this offseason. Evan Carter, everyday player. You don't have to bat him leadoff against lefties, but start putting him down in the 8 or 9 hole against lefties. Let him play every day. Have that mentality right out the gate. I'd love to see it. Yeah, JG, you have a good night too, brother. We appreciate you stopping by the channel, my guy. Oh, not much is going to get me down tonight. Not much is going to get me in a bad mood tonight. Don't know if he was, but he had to say something for Wyatt to have that reaction. Even Teller stared him down a little bit on his trot. Oh, man. Hey, JG, I actually meant it, man. We love having people come in from different teams. You make sure you come in during football season. Talk some Cowboys crap, man. You talk some Cowboys crap when we play. Do we play y'all this year? I know we played y'all the last couple of seasons. Don't think it went great from my recollection. But you come back, brother, for football season or whenever. Any night, you're welcome, man. Thank you for the comments. Appreciate you. Whew. You think Adolis is going to provide anything when he comes back tomorrow? I saw some of y'all talk about this, by the way. I do think that my hopes are pretty low. Can I be real with y'all? And you guys know, I'm glass half full 9 times out of 10, but I'm not super hopeful about Adolis. Would I love to eat crow? Absolutely. I'm cheering for Adolis. You guys know how I roll. We'll call it like it is, but when those guys are in the lineup, I don't root for anybody to fail. You can't say that about everybody else online. You've got some Rangers fans legitimately rooting for certain players that they don't like to fail. I'm not doing that. Look, Leody Taveras, he was not one of my favorite Rangers in terms of on-the-field play. I think Leody's a good dude. I think he's a solid guy off the field. But look, Leody on the field, it wasn't great, and I was vocal about it. That being said, did I ever cheer for Leody to strike out? No. And so I will never root against somebody in the starting lineup, but I just do not have a lot of hope Dolly is going to come in and light it up. I really don't. Oh, Cowboys fan, let's go, man. All right, sorry, man. Reading the comments too quick, brother. You'll have to forgive me, but definitely going to start up the Cowboys comment here in a sec. The Cowboys commentary here in a second. I know they're playing tonight. They just went up 30-13. Are we finally going to win a preseason ball game? Are the Cowboys? It feels like we haven't won one in like years. Does anybody else have that feeling? I mean, maybe it's actually true. It feels like we've won maybe one preseason game in the past like 5 years. I mean, I don't know what the actual number is. It can't be good. It can't be good. Cowboys going all the way. Rangers and Cowboys. We're going all the way this year. Come on. Hey, after a win, we always joked about this when the trade deadline was approaching. We'd win. Who we buying? We'd lose. Sell the whole team. Fire sale. Let's go. Get everybody out of here. I love the highs and lows of the sports season. It's not just baseball. I love the highs and lows. The NFL in college is so bad, man. You win, you're the best team ever. Playoff bound. You lose, you're the worst team. So overrated. I guarantee all my Texas Longhorns people out there, or Texas Longhorns haters, whichever one you are in, whichever class you find yourself in, guaranteed if they win, you are not going to hear the end of the Texas Longhorns. They are going to be all over everybody's TV if they beat Ohio State in 10 days, 9 days, 8 days, whatever it is. If they lose, you will not hear them talk enough crap about Texas and how overrated they were coming into the season. It's just how it goes, man. It's fun. It's why I love sports, honestly. It's all a part of the entertainment. It's all a part of the highs and lows, the emotions, the passion. I love it. Love it. Lowe has been crazy for the Red Sox. Good for him. Seemed his career was over. Might just be one of those Nate Lowe 2-week heaters, though. And then by the time September rolls around, he's back to his old ways, TLC. I'm not wishing that on him, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Not that I'm hoping for Nate Lowe to kill it with the Red Sox. If he's killing it with the Red Sox, that's probably not good for the Rangers. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. All right. Great grandma went to UT. Longhorn guy. Good. Hey, look, I told y'all. I know that here on the show, we've got the teams that we cover. Look, when I started this, I'm just like, I want to talk about the teams that I love. But you know what I always had in the back of my mind? Everybody's welcome, man. Come and talk some friendly trash talk. Seriously. Come and talk some crap. I mean, look, as long as it's not getting nasty or personal, I'm pretty much all good. Talk as much as you want. It's more fun that way, honestly. So all y'all, if you're not a Longhorns fan, don't you dare swipe, right? Hang out for a little while. Talk some crap. Shoot the breeze about college football, NFL. It'll be great. Be a great time. Cowboys won a preseason game in 24. Okay. Look, I don't know if I'm going to say that's encouraging or that's good, but I'm glad at least my thought process on that wasn't correct. I feel like the Cowboys hadn't won a preseason game in like 2 or 3 years. I'm glad they won one back in 24. JG, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Look, the Astros fans are relentless when we get a win. Relentless. Some of y'all, though, I love how some of y'all go back and forth in the chat while I'm just rapping on and on. You guys are awesome. You're the real ones. We gained a game, JJ. We gained a game. Rowdy, what's good? Tonight was a night for the big, meaty men. Rowdy and Jock putting in work. Love that comment, man. It was. Rowdy with the Oppo Taco solo shot. Rowdy Tellez has been a big-time hire. Big-time signing. He was one of the best Rangers hitters in the dog days. One of the best Rangers hitters. I mean, the OPS was over 900. It was over 1,000 at one point. Over like his past 15, 30 games. Rowdy has been a big signing, especially with Berger and all the injuries Berger's dealt with. Yeah, Caden, you know you got to come back for Red River, brother. You got to get your butt back here for Red River. Red River is wild, man. Look, it doesn't even matter. It's the same way with the A&M game, with Lone Star Showdown. It's the same way. It's like last year, I knew Texas was better than A&M coming into that game, but you just never know, especially at Kyle Field. I actually, I know it's tradition, so I'm not going to go on about this forever. I know it's tradition, but my mind does wander to, I wonder what it would be like if they got to play the Red River in Norman or in Austin. Like just a couple of times, I'd like to see it. I know it's probably always going to be at the Cotton Bowl, but I would just love to see one and one, right? A home and an away series. I'd love to see Red River at Norman, at Austin, just for a couple of years. Just try it. See how it goes. I know it's probably never going to happen. They'll probably always do it at the Cotton Bowl, but still, I'd love to see it. People would probably get arrested, and that is why I would love to see it. I think it would be insane. They would have crazy security there. I think it would be insane. I really do. But I would love to see it. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Ranger, look, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to when I go back to Arlington. It's one thing to see the Beltray statue, on your phone, but I'm looking forward to seeing that thing in person. Can I just say, whoever made the Beltray statue, I don't know the artist's name off the top of my head, the sculptor's name, just hire that dude to make every significant sculpture. I thought that he did an outstanding job with Beltray's face and just the entire pose. I really felt like he did like almost 100 out of 100 job. I don't know what y'all thought about the Beltray statue. Clearly the pose is amazing, but just the realness, I thought it was incredible. So whoever that dude is, get him to make like every single statue of importance from here on out. Please. Hire him up all day long. Jock, Adam, appreciate the comment, man. Yes, sir. Walk off, baby. Walk off. John, thank you. Statue was perfect. I hope it's a bobblehead. I hope it is. I would love to get that one. That might be one of the ones I have to pay up for, man. That's one of the ones I might have to get, and you're going to see it over my shoulder here in just a little bit. Seriously, John, this is actually, I'm glad you brought this up, brother. The Hall of Fame needs to hire that dude. Don't you feel like some of the Hall of Fame busts, it's like, that didn't really look like him. Like, I don't know. I've seen a few Hall of Fame busts over the last like 4 or 5 years, and I'm kind of like, some of them I'm like, okay, I can see it. Some of the Hall of Fame plaques that they put out, I'm like, that doesn't really look like him. They need to hire whoever did the Beltre statue, have them make the Hall of Fame plaques, please. Seriously. Nice. Ranger. They're handing out the Beltre bobble is tomorrow. Beltre bobblehead is tomorrow. That's awesome. Yeah, I guarantee. How much do you guys think they're going to be selling on eBay for after the game? What do you think? Over, under $60. Most of the bobbleheads, just for reference, because I'm a nerd and I check this stuff out every bobblehead giveaway. Some of y'all, by the way, have been gracious enough to offer to send me these, and you got to know how much that means to me. I really appreciate that. But I still look it up post-game, and it's like $40 immediately. Like at the game, somebody is posting the bobblehead on eBay. Like, bro, enjoy the game. You posting on eBay for at the Ranger Stadium. Come on now. Give it a second. Give it a second, man. Literally, you can go on like after first pitch and somebody has already put their bobblehead on eBay for $40. Oh, man. It's too much. It really is. Although I saw something online today. Apparently the Yankees were giving away a Seinfeld-themed bobblehead, George Costanza. And those things were going for crazy money online. The George Costanza Seinfeld Yankees themed bobblehead was going for like triple digits, I think is what I heard. That's wild. Adam, I have no clue why we can't hit like that in the other 8 innings. I'd love to see it. You've been waiting for this team to figure it out. I mean, to their credit, Adam, if we're just being real, they can score in the early innings. Honestly, the problem all year has been scoring late, which they finally were able to do tonight. Scoring late has been the problem all year. It really has. Certified bench warmer, what's good, man? What's good? Oh, Red Raiders. My guy, I didn't know you were with the Red Raiders. Look, Red Raiders, I used to actually really like the Red Raiders a lot. And I don't hate the Red Raiders. In all honesty, I don't. But ever since that 08 game, Graham Harrell, Michael Crabtree, Colt McCoy, Blake Gideon, the dropped interception, ever since that game, I just don't enjoy rooting for the Red Raiders as a secondary team anymore. For a while, I did. I just can't get that game out of my mind, man. It makes me salty every single time. But certified bench warmer, I know that game's probably sweet in your memory, my guy. That Wyatt Corey Jock inning is what we've been sold all season. You're 100% correct. Like, seriously. We were sold Wyatt Langford, high producer, potential 30-30 guy. Corey Seager, enough said. Jock Peterson, rakes against fastballs, rakes against righties. That was the selling point. Finally, we see it come to fruition. Finally. We're definitely going to talk about Lights. Lights is starting tomorrow. Man, does that guy need a bounce back. This is a huge game. You have a chance to win the series. Lights, we know, pitches better at home. You would love to see him come out strong, pitch 6, 7. Dude, it feels like has not pitched into the 6th inning for a while. I'm going to have to look up how long it's been since Lights has made it into the 6th inning. Cap, I'm with you. Cap, and I'm with you, man. Like, imagine if those 3 guys could have been cooking all season. Langford, Seager, Jock, if those guys could have been cooking all season, this would have been a totally different offense. We'd probably be 2 or 3 games up in a playoff spot right now. Caden, I wonder, man. But you know that's going to be the photo op of the stadium right there. The photo op of the whole experience. Taking that photo, rubbing Beltre's head. Oh, dude, there's going to be so many pics online of that tomorrow. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Last 6th inning was July 27th against the Braves. Okay, not as long as I thought, but still, you're coming up on a month almost without going into the 6th inning. Ranger 205, appreciate it. John, I'm with you. The comment is if Leiter could just command his pitches, especially when he gets to 2 strikes. I know a couple of y'all were going back and forth with me on TikTok about lights when I posted that video. Honestly, yeah, if he could just be better with 2 strikes. It feels like he can get to 2 strikes fairly quickly, although I was digging into some advanced stats. Leiter does have some issues throwing the first pitch strike. I was reading that. I was looking through the advanced stats about a week ago when I made the Leiter video after his last start. Bro has been struggling to throw the first pitch strike, but it feels like he can get to 2 strikes. It's just things start going awry once he does get there. Jock has showed some hope here recently. Need him to finish out the season at least 350 to 400. If we could get Jock Peterson hitting 350 to 400 the rest of the way, we might have a shot. Langford 909 OPS in August. Love to see it. I hope that this prediction comes through, Ranger 205. I probably am, look, I'm a homer. Obviously, you know what team I support, but I think the Longhorns are going to surprise some people. I really do. I think they're going to surprise some people, especially all of the people that have hopped on the bandwagon of the Longhorns are overrated. I mean, look, they've been to the college football playoff multiple years in a row now. Like they're a well-coached team. Sark is a great coach. You've got really, really good players. And look, I know that they've turned over some new starters on the offensive line, things like that. But, yeah, I got to say, I feel like the Longhorns are going to surprise some people this year who are calling them overrated before they've even played one down. Keep rolling. Let's go, Brewers. JJ, appreciate you tuning in. Man, look. Brew Crew, they got the regular season on lock. Am I right? The Brew Crew, they've got that regular season on lock. It's the playoffs that y'all got to figure out. Y'all got to figure out how to play in the playoffs. I really hope, Harry, that is what ends up happening. Thanks for the comment, by the way, my guy. Like, if you can get this series, you feel pretty good going into the next couple of matchups. You play the Angels here in a little bit. I think that this is the stretch where you crawl back into it if you're going to crawl back into it. If you're going to crawl back into this one, into the race, I think now is the time to do it. Now's the time. I mean, let's look at the schedule right now. Let's look at it, and we can kind of make, I think, a pretty easy call. You go to the next couple of series for Texas, and clearly right now you're with the Guardians. Then you got 3 at home against the Angels, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're off on Thursday, and then you go to Sacramento. A little bit of a house of horrors for Texas, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, next weekend, you're in Sacramento playing the A's. After the A's series, you're going to the Diamondbacks, and then you got the Astros. So you've got Angels, you've got A's, and then after that, you have got the Diamondbacks and the Astros. Winnable series, honestly. Even Houston, throw them in there. Winnable series. Hope they can go on a run. If you're going to do it, I think the time is now. I did not see the game, JJ. I really only have... I mean, look, I keep track of the scores, but I only really have time to watch one team, and it's the team that's on the wall right behind me. Hey, depressed New York sports fan, man. Yeah, we get it all the time. It wouldn't be a show without a Cal Raleigh comp. Wouldn't be a show without getting compared to a millionaire MVP candidate. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Angels own us, do they? What's the season series at with the Angels? Didn't we split with them and beat them? I thought we split with them and then we beat them in a series. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we've lost a series to the Angels, have we? Did we lose one series at the beginning of the year? Do I think Osuna makes... Yeah, probably, John. I actually did think about that. that might be one thing that's going to be a positive is Adolis. You're going to get that Gold Glove right field. Not that Osuna is a bad outfielder. He's actually one of the better outfielders defensively in our organization right now. So I don't know. I think yes, because Dolly is a better fielder than Osuna, but the drop-off is not crazy. It's not crazy. Jose, appreciate it, man. Look, there's a lot of good Rangers content out there. And you guys know I am not at all, exclusive. I will show some love to whoever is doing the same thing as me and doing it well. But I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you for supporting the show. You guys, like I always say at every show, you guys are the ones that are help making this thing blow up. Yeah, I got to put in a little bit of work, of course, but without you guys, this show doesn't go much anywhere. So everybody that's liking the show right now, I see a few people on TikTok are liking the show. Everybody that's followed, that shared the live, all the comments pouring in, the watch time, it all adds up to something special. I mean, some of the OGs, John, you remember beginning of last year, we were 5-6 people. I mean, it's gotten bigger and bigger a little bit each year, but it still has a nice feel to it, I think. You're not going to get every single person, every single follower on the live, but I appreciate the encouragement. Thank you for the support, guys. It means a lot. Die-hard Reds fan here, hoping for a postseason. Joe, look, I like seeing new teams in the playoffs. And the Reds, obviously, have been missing the playoffs for some years now. They definitely have had their moments in October over the past, 10, 20 seasons. But I would love to see some fresh blood in the NL. I mean, you feel like it's always Padres-Dodgers. Always Padres-Dodgers. And always Phillies. And you know what? The Diamondbacks, they've started to find their way there year after year. Brewers find their way in. I would absolutely love to see some fresh blood in the playoffs. For me, I never really care. Is it like a juggernaut versus juggernaut? Like, honestly, LA versus New York, like it's cool, I guess, but it doesn't like make me want to watch more. I just like watching October baseball, honestly. It's fun to me watching a team that is just in a groove, whether it's the Florida Marlins or the Miami Marlins or the New York Yankees. I don't want to see them in a groove, obviously, but I like watching teams that surprise you. I don't need it to be juggernaut versus juggernaut every postseason. Langford plays a good center field. I mean, look, I think Evan Carter's the guy long term, but I think Langford plays a great center field. Jock absolutely doing well. No one talks about how the Brewers get bounced in the first round. I talk about it almost every single time a Brewers fan comes in the chat. And quite honestly, genuinely, it's not to rub salt in the wound, but it's just what I think about the Brewers. Look, one of the guys that goes to my church, huge Brewers fan. And he'll even say it. He'll be like, yeah, it's a nice win streak. Like when they won the first time they won double digits in a row, he's like, it's awesome. But all I can think about is what are they going to do in October? And I think that's so true. You appreciate the awesome regular seasons that quite a few Milwaukee Brewers teams have had, but you guys got to do something in the postseason, man. For the fans, come on now. I don't really care what happens in the NL, to be completely honest with you. I could care less who makes it. Just entertaining baseball, please. I mean, I'll watch pretty much any series if we're talking postseason baseball. Even when the Rangers are out of it, I'm just not the kind that's like, you know what, the Rangers aren't playing, I'm not watching. I'm watching. I love October baseball. It's extremely sentimental to me, even if it's not my team. I hope it's my team, but some of my favorite memories. Fall, you got football going, you got postseason baseball. The weather's getting a little colder. It's just a great time of year, man. I love it. Love it. I definitely hope that the Rangers are there, but if not, I'll still be tuning in. Keep rolling. Originally from Texas, yes. Originally from Texas. And, hey, man, Dave, appreciate you. Thank you. really, really kind words, and I'm thankful for the support, man. Grew up in Arlington, lived there for quite a long time. So probably, look, family moved to Arlington probably late elementary school years. And then I lived there until I moved out here. I moved out here to Vegas, where I live now, when I was about early 20s, right after college, and had lived in Arlington up until that point. And so, look, just became a fan of the Rangers really because of my best friends. Like, I'm still really good friends with some of the guys that I went to high school with, and some of the guys from my church way back when. So I definitely grew a love for the Rangers quickly when I got to Arlington. It was just hard. All my buddies were huge Rangers fans, and just went to some games and fell in love with the team, even when they weren't that good. That's how you know you're hooked. Like, the Rangers weren't even that good around 2000 when I first started cheering them on. Like, late 90s, I got a little taste in the late 90s. Really started falling in love with the team around the turn of the century. And look, it's been hooked ever since, honestly. Real excited for the A's. Can't wait. Although with all this division realignment, they're kind of scaring me. I was really looking forward to like a decade or decades with the Rangers coming to Vegas. I don't know how long I'm going to get with the Rangers coming to Vegas, just because the division realignment feels like something that's going to happen within the next 10 years. But I'm going to enjoy as many years that the Rangers play 7 games in Las Vegas as possible. Absolutely. Jamie, good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning into the show. Man, what a great night. What a great night. Let's put a bow on tonight's game. Let's get the box score, kind of run through it a little bit. Let's be a little nitpicky. We love the win, but let's be a little nitpicky. Not just giving you all of the fluff here, but let's get into it. Let's break this one down. Josh Smith 0 for 4. We all love Josh. I said this during the game when he flew out to end the 8th inning, but I love Josh Smith. I just want to see somebody else in the leadoff spot. 257 on the year, 715 OPS. Does not walk as much as you need a leadoff hitter to walk. Josh, over his last 15 games, a 163 average. I really don't know why the Rangers continue to hit him leadoff. It feels weird to me in the stretch of games where you just need to win. I don't know why they keep going back to the well on this one, but they do, and I'd like to see it change, hopefully starting tomorrow. They need to be hitting Josh Smith probably 6th or 7th, getting a little bit of a reputation as a second-half fader. He faded last year at the end of the year, and he's faded this year. Somebody said it. I think it was, I forget who it was on X, but somebody just said in so many words, I just don't know if he's built for 162. Not a lot of guys are, by the way. Hey, Dave, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the gift. Generosity is huge, man. I love that. Thank you so much. Grateful. Appreciate you. Hey, look, no disrespect to Josh Smith. He's done a great job filling in. Injuries back-to-back years. He's stepped up and been serviceable. Rangers got to do something different at the leadoff spot. Wyatt Langford, 2 for 4. Obviously, at the start of yet another rally, right? Go back to the Royals game where we rallied. It was Wyatt Langford taking a 2-out walk, right? Wyatt Langford took the 2-out walk, and that led to us scoring, 3 runs in the 9th? Wasn't it 3 runs in the 9th? Yeah, it was. Higgy hits the 3-run double, and we win by 3 runs. Wyatt Langford started that inning before the Higgy bases loaded double with a 2-out walk. So once again, you got Wyatt Langford, head of the snake, start of the chaos. And this is why I think right now with Evan Carter out, Wyatt Langford is your obvious leadoff hitter. Move Wyatt Langford up. I love him hitting right in front of Corey Seager. You get so many opportunities for pitches to hit when you're hitting in front of Corey Seager. You might look back, and this might be one of the best decisions that Bruce Bochy made, was to start hitting Wyatt right in front of Corey, because nobody wants to face Corey. Wyatt's going to get pitches to hit as a result. You notice that this upswing has gone hand in hand, this upswing for Wyatt, with him starting to hit right in front of Corey. When you're hitting in front of Corey Seager, you're going to get pitches to hit, and Wyatt's taking advantage of that. Speaking of Corey, game-tying RBI. Dude had a clutch 2-out RBI the other night. And this guy feels like he is heating up at just the right time. Mr. October, look, this guy can do it in the late stages of a season. And Corey Seager, OPS up to about 850 now. If we can get this guy on one of those patented heaters over the next 5 weeks, it's going to be a fun rest of 2025. Peterson, 2 for 4. Somebody joked, Peterson, one of the best hitters? And look, I kind of thought it as well. I'm not going to lie. But Jock comes through with the walk-off hit to win the ball game. Good for him. Average up to a robust 161 on the year. OPS at 575. Progress, baby. Progress. Higgy 0 for 3. Forgettable night for him. Rowdy Tellez, big Oppo taco that made it a 2-1 ball game. Josh Young 0 for 3. Josh continues to look a little lost, y'all. I feel bad for the Jungle Cat. I'd imagine we're going to see Cody Freeman tomorrow. I do not think Josh Young is going to be starting. He keeps getting these opportunities and keeps not hitting. We look at Josh Young, we look at the numbers, and right now, Josh, over his last 7 games, hitting 059. It's time, y'all. We gotta start giving Cody Freeman some more ABs. 149 average over his last 15. Appreciate another gift there, Dave. Appreciate you, man. It's just not time right now to continue to hit Josh Young. Cody Freeman has not been killing it either, but if you're going to give me a choice between the two, I want to see Cody Freeman. You're not getting anything worse with Cody Freeman compared to Josh Young, and I'd like to see what Cody Freeman has. Too many times with these rookies that come up from AAA, we give them like 5 games, and you know what? They don't get many hits, and so we bench them or we send them back down. I'd love to see Cody Freeman get a legitimate runway. Just see what he can do playing 2-3 weeks in a row. Not every, third day or every second day. Play this guy for 2 weeks straight and let's see what he's got. Then you can make better decisions from there. I would love to see them do that. Josh Young, I can't see him starting tomorrow, but we'll see. Zeke Duran continues his hot hitting. You'd imagine he'll be in the lineup again. Marcus Semien, after fouling a ball off of his foot, maybe heading to the IL, which IL and Marcus Semien, just kind of crazy to say together, but this is where we are. Marcus Semien might need an IL stint. Wild times in Arlington. Zeke Duran, by the way, 410 average over his last 15. Zeke Duran, 410 average over the last 15 ball games. And the OPS is over 900. OPS is sitting at, looks like 926 over his last 15 ball games. Outstanding. Zeke Duran has been one of the best Rangers hitters over the last 2 weeks. Things I never thought I would say this year for 1,000. Zeke Duran with a 410 average, leading the Rangers over the past 2 weeks. Hey, Jamie, sometimes you got to get the reverse jinx going, man. Sometimes you have got to get the reverse jinx going. So you know what? It's all good. Whenever you're dogging on a Rangers player and they make you eat crow, I found that's the best rebuttal. I told you I was going for the reverse jinx right there. Absolutely. Totally. All right, let's see. What do we got? Looking like 2023 Duran again. Look, Marcus, let's rephrase. Looking like first half 2023 Duran again. Because we remember Zeke Duran was hitting like 300 in the first half of 2023 and then fell off a freaking cliff in July and August. Fell off a cliff. He was untouchable in the early months of 2023. And then at the end of 2023, it did not look good. It was not pretty. Zeke has definitely kept the season, kept the pulse on the season. Let's be real. Who knows? I mean, maybe you take away his hits and you get the exact same results, but I don't know. It feels like he's kind of kept us hanging on by that thread. I don't think there's any extension talks that have happened with Wyatt Langford, not that I'm aware of. Osuna had some loud outs today. Jeremy, glad you brought those up, brother. Look, I got on Osuna a little bit. His last at bat gets into a 2-0 count, swings at a slider below the zone, and you're just kind of thinking, dude, is that really the pitch you're looking for, 2-0? I mean, like, you're a major league hitter. I guess we'll trust you, but to his credit, he did hit it 106 off the bat. So hard to argue with that contact. But I like Osuna. You guys know I'm one of the biggest Osuna fans out there. Big fan of his, big Cody Freeman fan. I love the young guys coming up. I would rather watch the young guys struggle than the veterans struggle. Is anybody else with me on that? I would rather watch Cody Freeman struggle or not nail the ball every single time than watch Josh Young do it. And I'd rather watch Osuna do it than Adolis Garcia do it. Now, I think Dolly is going to come back and he is going to give it his all. And I hope that Adolis gives us vintage 2023 Adolis Garcia. But there comes a point where you are like, the young guys could be doing this. Play the young guys if you're just going to go 0 for 4 with 2 Ks every night anyways. But I am excited to see Dolly back. I think all of us are hoping for something special. Venom, I hope you're right. I hope you are right. I want Josh Young to catch stride. I'm not saying, DFA Josh Young. I'm just saying if Josh Young is going to go that bad, 050 whatever average over his last 7 games, dude is hitting under 100, Josh Young is over his last 7. I'd rather watch Cody Freeman do that. But I would love to see Jungle Cat catch a heater and become the player that we all remember from 2023, the guy that had a home run threat at any given time. Do I think we'll see Walcott this season? No. Don't think we're going to be seeing Walcott. I don't think you'll see him until the end of 2026, possibly 27. He has not had a good year down at AA. It hasn't been terrible, but OPS is around 700 at AA. Since getting promoted from A-ball, he just has not continued the same production. I don't think it's cause to worry. Sometimes when you jump levels, you do see a little bit of a regression. It's harder. So I don't think Walcott is going to get rushed up at all. I don't think that they are going to risk anything in his development. You got to keep the pressure off. Dude is 19 years old. There is no reason to rush Sebastian Walcott. Zero reason. I said 10 years, 200 mil. Offer him 10 years, 200 mil. I mean, look, you're going 12, 250, about the same thing. I mean, Jeremy, we're almost perfect on the average annual, but I definitely feel like you got to start with a double-digit year. I said all season long with Wyatt Langford, if you wanted to extend him, start with 10 years, 200 mil. He says no, then maybe you take it up to 12 years, 250. I would be for that because I think that legitimately $20 million a year for Wyatt Langford is going to look like one of the biggest steals. I mean, 10 years down the road, Wyatt is going to be mid-30s, still in his prime. I mean, barely, I would say barely in the prime, but I think some guys can be mid-30s. Look at DeGrom, look at Evo. Maybe they're exceptions, but look, if you get Wyatt to a 10-year deal right now, at the end of the deal, he could still be a really good MLB player. I'd be all for that. I don't know if any contract talks have taken place, but I'd love to see it. Keep rolling. Let's see. Dog Psychology, what did I miss? Did I see the Contreras walk-off homer? I was going crazy. No, I didn't. Hey, appreciate that. I know you don't have a username, my guy, but his comment says, appreciate you sticking it out for the whole time. Look, you can always count on that from me, even when the season's not going well. Look, last year, it was not always fun. And in September, coming on in meaningless, quote-unquote, meaningless games. But you know what? We had fun watching some of the guys that were up and coming, some of the guys that we knew were going to be a part of the 2025 season. We made the best of it. We really did. And so you're always going to get that from me. Rain or shine, we're here. No fair weather at Right On Rangers. No fair weather. What's the number one goal this offseason? Has to be resetting catcher and right field. Reset catcher, reset right field, re-sign Merrill Kelly, And I would say, obviously, fill in the bullpen. Catcher, right field, re-sign Merrill, refill the bullpen, because we've got a bunch of guys who are on one-year contracts. The number one goal is for our hitters to remember how to hit. Marco, well said. Well said. Potential is through the roof. It really is. This could be a really good team. I did not say at any point this year the Rangers were going to win the World Series, but beginning of the year, I said I could see an ALCS appearance. I don't know if they're going to win it all, but I said at the beginning of the year, I could see an ALCS appearance just because of the pitching and how good it's been. All right, the rest of the game today. We went through the lineup. Duran 1 for 3, Osuna 0 for 3. Osuna, Freeman still trying to catch their stride. If they could get that longer runway, I think eventually they'd find it. Osuna with Garcia coming back. I think he had a nice little run of playing time, but I think that's going to come to an end. Cody Freeman, though, with the Josh Young struggles, I think is going to continue to see some really solid playing time down the stretch. Hobie Milner running into some trouble, little bit unlucky at times. I mean, look, let's go back to some of Hobie's at bats really quick. Let's go back to it. So Hobie was on in the 8th inning. And so you had a hit by pitch to start the inning. Not ideal. You had a single 102 line drive. You had at that point the bunt. And look, right to Hobie, runners advance. It was just very uncharacteristic for Hobie Milner. Really the last 2 outings. You hope he can get back on track. Phil Maton strikes out 3. Like, I know Phil gave up the hit to Martinez that ends up putting the Guardians ahead. It's hard when you come in with bases loaded like that. The game could have totally imploded right then. I thought Maton did an outstanding job limiting damage there, striking out the side basically. And then Robert Garcia, could this be a turning point for him coming in, keeping the score right at 3-2? Big reason why the Rangers won. You got to give Robert Garcia some love. All right, tomorrow's game. By the way, real quick, thank you to all of my paid subscribers on TikTok, paid members on YouTube. Look, there's so many ways to support the show. Some of y'all have given gifts already, and we are beyond thankful. Just becoming a follower, becoming a member on YouTube, a subscriber on YouTube, it means the world. The comments, the shares, everything. Last May, a couple months ago, we started up our $2.99 per month subscription. Gets you into our exclusive Ride on Rangers Discord, which has been awesome over the past 2 or 3 months. Have loved that community that we built. Would love for you guys to be a part of it. If you want to support the show in a little bit of an additional way, take that support to the next level. Consider becoming a subscriber. Subscribe button is right next to the chat. Totally optional, but again, you want to get in the Discord. You want to support the show in a little bit of an additional way, I'd love for you to consider it. Bottom left corner, subscribe button. And then if you're on YouTube, if you're on X watching, going to drop that link into the chat. And then we are going to do the preview for tomorrow's game with Jack Leiter on the bump. Man, you hope he bounces back. There's the link for you guys, by the way. Appreciate you considering. And thank you for all your support of the show. All of it means a ton. Rangers alt jerseys look like beer league softball jerseys, no lie. Stephanie, I love the City Connects. I appreciate the comment. Seriously, thanks for supporting the show. I love the City Connects, man. I mean, you see, I'm repping it. I'm going to miss the City Connects next year, although I'm kind of excited because it's an excuse to buy new merch. The wife gets a little bit tired of all the Fanatics orders that come to our house. My wife has Amazon after Amazon. I've got Fanatics. That's our trade-off in our household here. But it's a new excuse for me to go out and get new gear. So I'm kind of excited for the City Connects for the new ones. But look, man, it's going to be weird without the Peagle, without the old school. I like the TX. I like everything about it. I really do. No one else will. I do. Our Ride on Rangers is my only pre-post game check-in spot. So grateful for you, bud. Hey, Venom, that means a ton, man. Thank you. You guys are over the top, like just kind and appreciative, and it means so much. Like that keeps me going. Look, it's tough. I do a bunch of different things. This is a side hustle for me right now, and we just grind it out day after day. And hearing stuff like that just keeps me going, keeps me wanting to work harder and harder, making this bigger and bigger, and bringing you guys better and better content. So I'm excited for what's ahead. It's been an outstanding year for Ride on Rangers, and you guys are the biggest reason for that. I put in the work, but you guys make it grow with all the support and with the word of mouth sharing. I know a bunch of y'all have said, I shared it with my buddy who's a diehard fan. He's going to check you out. And sure enough, you see the follows start pouring in, and I just can't say thank you enough. All right. City Connects were 25% off during the Philly series, caught 2 of 3 games. There you go. There you go. Peagle, are we at Hogwarts? Hey, don't disrespect the Peagle, Stephanie. Look, I appreciate that the Rangers tried to do something innovative, and they didn't just do Texas. Like, you know how Philadelphia just has, like, Philadelphia or Philly across. Like, come on. Like, at least we tried to do something different, making up a mascot. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's what I heard, Eagle. There was I forget what his name was. Some of y'all were telling me about him. I don't know what happened. In fact, a bunch of people tell me, please don't disappear like that, dude. And they told me the name. I forget it. I'm like, I wonder if bro's okay at this point. I don't know. I honestly never, before I started this, I never even tuned in YouTube. I was just always a Bally Sports, Rally, long day. Bally Sports guy. I just watched the Bally guys post game, and I just had an idea like, I could do this. And you know what? If I'm not hating on them, but there would be times in the Bally post game where I'm like, I'm bored. You know, let me watch highlights. Like, you know how it is. The commercial break comes on. You're like, I'm kind of bored of whatever segment these guys are doing. I love them, but I'm kind of bored. And I know maybe y'all get that way with me too. I know I can go on and on as well. But I just thought to myself, I want to do something like this, man. I want to talk about the Rangers post game. And really, what I wanted to do more than anything was I want to talk about it with you guys, with other fans. I didn't just get on here to rap on and on. I know, obviously, my voice in the comments and the opinions are driving the show, but I mean, how often do we just go comment by comment as much as we can and just see where the show takes us? I love that about this. Ranger Matt, man. Okay, Ranger Matt. Yeah, is his YouTube channel still up? Like, can you still check out his comments? Can you still check out, like, videos and stuff like that? Let me know. I'd actually be curious to check this guy out because a bunch of y'all followed him. So I almost want to see, like, what was he doing? What was his style? Just so I can learn and add stuff to my show. I'm always doing that. I watch other guys here and there just to see, like, what are other people doing? What are other people doing? Deleted, man. Shoot. You wonder what happened. I wonder if something nasty went down, like, you know, people were hating on him or, you know, something bad like that. I see that happen a lot. Look, I got to be honest. When I first started doing this, it was really hard not to take things personal when people would get ugly. And I was doing NFL, and NFL is wild, man. People get real nasty over NFL. MLB is a little more tame. We go back and forth with the Trash Throws fans a little bit, but NFL can be wild, man. And I remember it was getting to me a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I never thought about quitting, but it would take up a lot of my headspace, and I finally reached a little bit of a better place. Like, it's not like I'm infallible or invincible. I don't like when I read nasty stuff online either, just like you guys don't. But I know that has caused some people to log off and delete everything. I hope nothing's like that. I really don't. Okay, that's good. That's good, man. All right, we keep rolling. Lulu, appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for tuning in. College football is toxic too. I did Longhorns lives. Whenever I do Longhorns lives or Cowboys, I'm just saying, y'all, buckle up. Like, buckle up. Seriously. If football brings out some ugly, it really does. Football's awesome. I love it. Y'all know I coach football. I've coached baseball for a long time, each sport. I played a little bit of each. Baseball was my sport, but I mean, I love football and baseball nearly equally. And I feel pretty confident talking about each one from the X's and O's standpoint, the game within the game, you know, but football does just bring out the ugly in some people. Seriously. Hook 'em. CTE spreads to the fans. Ryan, that's kind of wrong, but it made me laugh. Oh, my gosh. Y'all are awesome. All right. Hey, we got to preview this game, man. We're already at an hour 30. The fans probably wondering what happened to me. Let's see. Tomorrow's game. Real quick. Lights going tomorrow. Does pitch better at home. That's the positive. Lighter does pitch better at home. So you hope that can continue tomorrow, because tomorrow feels like a big one. Feels like a big game. So we have got, by the way, night game tomorrow, which works out great. Fam and I, big day, going to be celebrating my daughter's first birthday. So we are going to have a great day tomorrow with family, and I sure hope the Rangers pull off a win. So we got a little birthday celebration during the day, and hopefully going to celebrate it even more with the Rangers win tomorrow night. So that is the plan. Appreciate that, Jamie. Appreciate you guys. Real excited for the weekend. This was a great way to start it off, honestly. Great way to start it off. So night game tomorrow, and we will enjoy, hopefully, another good Rangers game. That's the hope. I'm speaking it into existence right now. All right. Allen, lefty. So we got to see the lefty lineup tomorrow, y'all. You guys know this isn't my favorite, but I'm going to keep this positive. The Rangers do not have any ABs against Allen, so this is going to be a short preview tonight. Leiter has a few at-bats where he's faced Guardians hitters. Fry is 0 for 1. Manzardo has a walk in one plate appearance. Naylor, 1 for 1 with 2 RBI. Ramirez, 0 for 2. That's good to see. And the shortstop, I don't know how to say his name, Rocchio. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. You guys know I'm no good with the pronunciations of some of the players from the other team. My bad if I butchered that one, but he's 0 for 1. So, small sample size all the way around. We will see how this goes. Lefty lineup in store for us tomorrow, though. Garcia going to be back in the lineup. I would imagine Cody Freeman. I'd imagine maybe Swaggerty. Maybe we see Swaggerty tomorrow. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a while since we saw Haggerty. He's healthy, right? I mean, he's healthy, I think. Feels like it's a Haggerty day tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Doing good. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, man. Let me keep rolling. Isn't Haggerty injured? Is he? He's hurt. Okay, my bad. I thought it had been a while since we'd seen him. It's hard to keep up sometimes, and this has been the longest day. Football practice early in the a.m., up before 5 a.m. Look, I'm not making excuses, but bear with me. Long day. Thanks for beating the Guardians. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, no Haggerty tomorrow. I guess we're probably going to see Josh Smith in the outfield, and we'll see Freeman. Does Josh Young maybe get a DH against a lefty? I don't know. Do we maybe do something creative there? Josh Young does hit well against lefties, so we'll see. Hey, Griff, good to see you, my guy. Good to see you, my guy. Appreciate you. All right. I am about to take off. Oh, Hellman. That's right, Ricky. Hellman got called up. That's right. Hey, appreciate you guys. We will see y'all tomorrow evening, hopefully after another Rangers win. That's the plan. Appreciate you. Hey, give the show, if you're on TikTok, give the show a few likes on your way out, all right? Give the show a few likes. If you're on YouTube and you haven't hit that like button yet, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it helps us out with engagement, bringing more people into the show. Give the YouTube a like if you haven't done so already. And look, man, just know how much we appreciate you guys. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit that follow button, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on now. You see the vibe. We're just hang out, talk ball. It's a great time. Good people. Best sport. We love it. And we'll be back tomorrow, ready to do it again. Hope you guys have a Great rest of the Friday night. Enjoy it. Hey, Scott, thanks for dropping by. For our sake, I hope not, but appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the follow. Seriously. Hope you guys have a good rest of the night. As I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.